Many of us would like to understand their emotions better, but we often have to ask, what makes me feel the way that I do? Well, an intuitive way of looking at it is to look at exactly what happened to set the emotions off in the first place. In this way, the way we feel is determined by the situation that we're in. For instance, if we imagine a favourite sports team lost an important game, we might expect to feel unhappy about it. It may not be a surprise also to hear that other people who experience this with us might feel a similar way. However, there may be situations where this doesn't follow. For example, let's say a friend cancels some plans on you. How would that make you feel? For some, it might be anger, others it might be sad, and for some of us we might just feel relieved. According to Aaron Beck, the founder of cognitive therapy, the reason for this is that the situation itself is not what determines our emotional response, but in fact it's the way we think about that situation. This idea has been around a little bit longer than Beck, however. In fact, it can be traced back to ancient Greek philosophers. So, in the view of cognitive therapy, we might think that situations activate thoughts or interpretations that lead to emotion, rather than the actual situation itself causing the emotion. So let's use a specific example to see how this works. Meet two neighbours, Sarah and Sam. One night, when Sarah and Sam were both sleeping, there was a loud bang. Upon hearing the bang, Sam felt anxious. However, Sarah experienced feelings of anger. How do we make sense of this? Well, we can go back and look at their interpretations about the bang. We can see that Sam's thoughts lend themselves to a sense of threat, that someone is breaking into the house. On the other hand, Sarah's thoughts hint that she perceived the bang as a noise made by Sam and that this wasn't acceptable. This illustrates the role of thinking in determining our emotions. Sam and Sarah both heard the same bang, but their emotions were different in a way that reflected their different ways of thinking about the bang.